Aori's Google and Bing ads or Microsoft advertising tools have the same user flow. To get started, from the dashboard, go to the Start button. For this example, we'll use Google Ads. This is the Google and Bing ads or Microsoft advertising campaign builder. You can see the campaign builder is broken down into 3 steps: keyword builder, ad builder, and review. First, you want to decide on the campaign basics. Up here, you can enter a name for your campaign. Right here, you can set the dates for how long you want your campaign to run for. This is where you set your daily budget. Right here, you can choose which ad platform you would like to synchronize your campaign to. You have 2 options, Google Ads and Microsoft Advertising. We are using Google Ads for this example. And if you click on this plus sign, you can connect your Google Ads account to Aori. This is helpful because Aori will later display keyword forecasting data that is specific to your Google Ads account. At this point, it's helpful to go down here and choose some locations for where your campaign will be shown. This is needed to provide more accurate keyword forecasting data that comes when we start building keywords. So you want to choose some cities. And they'll appear down here. Now we can move on to keyword building. What you want to do is head over here to the keyword bank. Now, Aori uses the lists, or what we call banks, to multiply 2 or more banks together and create all the different possible outcomes of different keywords. To get started, you want to give your keyword bank a name that's themed along the type of words that you put inside it. So we'll start with colors for this first one. And just add a few different colors. And to add another bank, you just click Add Bank here. This one we'll call footwear. You can add more just by clicking here. Now, at the bottom of each bank, you'll see 2 options, essential and additional. Essential words are words that will appear in every single keyword that you produce, and they can also be a keyword in and of themselves. Additional keywords are words that can't be a keyword on their own, and they exist to be added on to essential words. So, for example, you would never have yellow as its own keyword. Instead, you'd have it added on to a word like shoes. So yellow shoes, yellow socks, red shoes, red socks, and so forth. So in this example, we'll have colors as additional and footwear as essential. Now, once you've done that, you can head over to the ad group preview, and you can see 15 combinations that were produced by Aori. And as we mentioned earlier, here you can see the forecasting data for the different keywords, and that includes impressions, CTR, and CPC. So if you don't like a keyword, you can take it out by clicking on this X. And if you do like it, you can add it back in by clicking on the arrow. And if you go up here to the word order planner, you can manipulate the order of the keywords. So By dragging footwear to the front, then all the words that are in this bank will appear first. And if you move it back here, then the colors will be first. Now, Aori also has something we call categories. If you go down here, you can see add category. The underlying logic to categories is that there are times when users need to have separate categories of keywords within a single campaign. With categories, users can create lists of words that are only multiplied with one another. And alternatively, single keywords that shouldn't be multiplied with the other banks can also be entered here. So you just click Add Category. If you want to add a second category, this one we'll call T-shirts. And the first category that we created, you'll see it's called default category here. You can give that one a name too. Call that one footwear. Now, if you go to the second category, you can notice that you basically repeat the process that you just did with the first category. So you add a name to your keyword bank. You add some colors. Let's go with black, gray, white. Make it additional. Add a bank. We'll call this one shirts. Make this one essential. And here, Aori created all the combinations in this second category. Now, if you collapse this category, you can see both categories appear here. And if you go to the Add Group Preview, you'll see all 27 combinations. Now, lastly, it's important to note that behind the scenes, Aori helps prevent keywords from conflicting on an ad group level by automatically creating negative keywords for any closely related ad groups. This can be expected at the end when you go to the final review step. On the ad builder step, we will build ads, insert keywords into those ads to make them super relevant, and then assign which ads should be shown for which keywords, or which ads will be in which ad groups. Now to begin, just click on this ad builder step. You'll be taken to the next page. So Aori offers a scalable way to create and manage ads for single keyword ad group campaigns. To begin, just click on this text ad, and here you'll be shown the ad template, and you fill it in just like you would in Google Ads. This blue element here represents your keywords, like dynamic keyword insertion with Google. You can click on the arrow and select casing, and you can also enter default text, which will be shown if your keyword is too long for the ad. These elements or chips use drag and drop functionality and can be dragged to any area of the ad and surrounded by text. So let's give you an example. You'll see in the ad preview here an example of what your ad will look like in Google. And if you use these arrows, you can see how the ads will appear in each ad group with the keywords inserted. There's also the possibility to insert words just from one specific bank. Now to do that, you want to go over to Pro Mode here and turn it on. Here you'll find your categories and the different banks in each category and all the words. Now, if we take a chip from a specific bank, then only this word will appear and be inserted in the ad, not the full keyword. So this is a powerful way to create more tailored ads. Now, it's best to create a few ad templates to test some variation. or add templates that are intended for another category of keywords. To do that, you want to click on this plus sign here, and this will take you to a new add template. Let's give you another example. Now, Aori by default will put each ad template in each ad group. That's the simple setup. But in this case, we used categories, so it's better to assign ad templates to specific categories. To do that, let's go back to template A, and here you can click Select and uncheck T-shirts and make sure that footwear is checked. And then click Connect All down here. Then go to template B, select, and uncheck footwear, and make sure that T-shirts is selected, and connect all. Now over in the keyword connection overview, it's possible to see all the keywords and the ads they are connected to. In this case, we get visual evidence that ad template A is indeed connected to the right keywords. And the same is true of ad template B. So here you have gray sweatshirts connected to ad template B, and blue socks, blue shoes, red sneakers, etc. for template A. Now if you click this Show Unconnected button, it'll show any keywords that don't have an ad. Now in this case there aren't any, but sometimes in more complicated setups they're helpful. And that's it for the ad builder step. Now we can go to the review step. The final stop on our campaign building journey is the review step. Here you can get an overview of what the campaign will look like when it is synced to the ad platform all on one screen. So if you go over to the ad groups, you see 27 different ad groups, and you can click on one. Let's go with red shoes, and you'll see how the ad will appear here. Also, if you look here, you can see the keywords and the negative keywords in both the ad group level and the campaign level. Now here you don't have any, but if you click on sneakers, for instance, you can see how Aori's automatic negative keyword management feature pulled up these negative keywords. In the bottom right corner, you'll see a summary of the campaign. Here we have 27 ads, 81 keywords, and 21 negative keywords. And that's it. We've just made a single keyword ad group campaign using Aori. And if you click Continue down here in the corner, the campaign will be assembled and synced to the ad platform on the account.